everybody. It is Heidi Kaisen at Hen and Chick Studio. How are you all doing today? I finally feel like we've gone from summer back to winter, and maybe we're back to spring. I don't know, but it's a gorgeous day here at Hen and Chick Studio in Conrad. And we hope wherever it is that you are, that you too are having a great day. And as always, we love to know where you're watching from. So whether this is your first time or whether you've been with us a lot, please put in the comments where you're watching from so that we can get a feel as to where everybody is, because we love to think that we're reaching coast to coast with creativity, all coming right here from the heart of Iowa. So we have had a lot of things going on in the last few weeks, a lot of things coming up. So I have a couple of, what do we call those? Public service announcements. Is that what they called? PSAs? I think that's what it's called, right? PSA, public service announcement. So first, if you've ever been to our store, and oh, Jamie, I should have grabbed a red bag.
Oh, yep.
Grab one. If you've ever been to our store before and have made a purchase larger than $100, which is our line for becoming a member of our Red Bag Club. So I'm going to thank you very much. So this is our Red Bag Club. So if you have one of these bags or you have the older bag, then you are a member of our Red Bag Club. $100 purchase before taxes gets you into the Red Bag Club. Okay, so if you aren't sure if you're a Red Bag Club member, wonder if you're a Red Bag Club member, just let us know. We'll help you make sure that you know whether you are or not. But I do send out special emails just for Red Bag Club members. And that's how we're getting the specials and the different things for you in 2023, as we're emailing you towards the beginning of each month with information about your Red Bag special for that month. And I do not want anybody to miss out on the Red Bag special for April. So if you know what I'm talking about, then you've gotten the email. But if you haven't, or you are wondering, be sure to let us know. We're trying to reach everybody. When you come in the store, we're asking people, if they're Red Bag Club members, are you getting the email that we sent out? That kind of thing. So if you have not gotten one of those Red Bag emails, especially with the special for April, be sure to let us know. There's still plenty of time to do that. So, okay, so want to make sure you know there's a Red Bag special, and love seeing that we've got people coming on. I'll let you set that down just so thank you. And the other thing that is going on right now is Girls Night Out is scheduled for April 26th. And that is going to be fun on Main Street. And again, trying to let you all know everything that's happening right here at Hen and Chick Studio. We're having a mocktails and appetizers event. There is a page, henandchickstudio.com/mocktails. I'll put that up there. Can you see that there? And you can learn more about Ann McMillan. She's with Pampered Chef, and she's going to be doing the appetizers. And Natalie from Natural Grind is going to be doing the mocktails. We are asking for RSVPs just to make sure we have enough food and beverage for all of you, because this is free to you. So tell us if you're coming so that we make sure we have plenty. We'll plan for a few extra just in case you didn't get the RSVP in. But of course, the more you can let us know those kinds of things, the better. And that will be the first night that our Red Bag Club members can pick up that little something special that I was telling you about. So absolutely, if you're a Red Bag Club member, we want you to let us know that. And everybody is invited to the mocktails and appetizers event, even if you're not a quilter, even if you're not a sewer, any of those kinds of things. Don't hesitate. This event is for everybody. So that is exciting as well. All right. So,
and Heidi, did you want to mention other businesses?
Oh,
yeah,
absolutely. Thank you, Jamie.
Yeah.
Other businesses are going to be open. I know directly across in the old Family Chiropractor building, there's going to be some pop-up stores. There's a pop-up store inside of Sheer Bliss and Benjamin Grace, and Benjamin Grace has fun clothing. And the Farmer's Daughter is having the 504 Mill I think it's called Mill 504 Mill, and Jency Lane, which is cute kids clothing. Sharon at Something to Share is going to have wine and hippie lady soap. I'm trying to remember them all. Anyway, it goes on and on. So all of the businesses are going to be open from 4:30 to 7:30 for girls' night. And I've heard there's going to be Babes food truck, and maybe something else as well. But lots of stuff going on. So that is exciting for all of us. But now there's two reasons that you're here today. Okay, number one, I know you're here to hear all about the winner of Dayflower, of our Dayflower Sew Along, and the winners, or however you want to phrase it. And if you stay tuned, we're going to be announcing our next Sew Along. So you'll want to hang in there until we get to that after we talk about Dayflower. And Jamie, go ahead and click on that. Let's refresh. Let's rephrase. Let's review where we've been. And the Sunday Best Quilt book is the book that we got the Dayflower pattern out of. And the Dayflower pattern is the quilt right here to my right, as well as our blue version back here, blue and gold version back here. The other quilt that's on the cover is Pier 44, and you can just see it coming off the ladder right here. That is Pier 44. And I always want to say the other name of the quilt, Sweet Confetti, which is the Home Sweet Home collection, and the Sweet Confetti pattern. Those are just a few of the great quilts in here that you can absolutely have an opportunity to make. Yes, and we'll put the kits up there so that you can see what some of the ones look like. Again, this version of Dayflower is kitted, and our Marlis is kitted. So if you like how ours turned out, the one thing that was really fun and I think could be so different is that, we like to pack our kits with a little extra play in them, because there are so many possibilities of us cutting wrong, number one, because that never happens. But also that you can play with the fabrics a little bit. If you like it to be a little bit more gold, or if you like it to be a little more blue, you can certainly do that within reason within our kit, that there's plenty of fabric. Okay. So, and Jamie, step on in here. You also made Dayflower.
Yep.
And you kind of did all scraps. Is that right?
Yeah, it was just fat quarters and such that I have, here, I'll show it.
Did you bring with?
I
Awesome.
did bring it with. It's too big to hold up, but
we can.
I expanded my Dayflower, and it was just all fat quarters and quarter yard cuts and scraps in my
Let's look at
cupboard.
it.
And so that's a glimpse of mine.
Awesome. Look how pretty that is.
And Heidi, we talked about this too, as far as the pattern goes. You had a little calculation for the pattern of how many inches or...
Oh, you sew the full distance of a football field plus a little more.
Yeah. But we were talking about the skill of it. There is something about the way this pattern is written that I will be honest, I did not use a single pin on this pattern.
Yep. And I would agree with you that it's almost like if you try to think, am I going to match that up? It's almost worse kind of thing that it truly is. You end up with good points, all of that kind of stuff. It is a pattern. It's just simply, it's not necessarily difficult. It's just more time consuming because there's more sewing to do with it than we've done in some patterns.
Absolutely. But I think that was important to point out, because we know some people are hindered when they see points.
Yes. Yes, so. and absolutely, I would agree with that. Do not be afraid.
Yes.
This is not a quilt to be. And you worked on it a lot during one of our own public retreats. And once you get into a rhythm, I don't know about you, but like I found that my favorite part of the process was that at night when I'm tired, I pressed and pinned, and then in the morning when I was fresh, I sewed.
Did you do a lot of strip sew or
chain sewing? Absolutely. Yeah. And then at night, then I would clip and press and and pin, and then I'd be ready for the next day. And at that point, it goes together very quickly.
It does
very quickly. And I like that about a project, that I could get into a rhythm and keep sewing.
Right. And I just thought it was important to that we don't want people to ever feel intimidated by something that may look like it's out of your comfort zone. Give it a shot.
Yes.
If you have a question about it, ask us. Too.
And it is a block quilt that then you can choose. So I think there's 20 blocks.
Yep.
It's already been a couple weeks, so I've
Yep,
already
there's
forgotten
20.
how many I've made, right? So
And I made mine 30.
you made your 30. I think Lori Belke made hers 30.
Yeah.
And so it's something that can be enlarged very easily if that is what you're going
Right.
for.
Mhm.
And I think one thing I like about a block like this too is the scale looks good. It keeps looking
Yeah,
good the
no
bigger
matter-
you get.
Or if you just wanted a pillow.
Right, you could do it a very small quilt.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Would not have to do, for our purposes, everybody had to do 20 blocks in order to be eligible for our Dayflower sew along. And we've got more people joining in. I love it. This is awesome. Now, if you have not been following along, let's just say you're tuning in for the first time today and you're like, what are they talking about? We keep our sew alongs pretty simple around here. And there is a page called Sunday Best Sew Along with hyphens in between each of those words. And you would actually be able to go back, see what the pattern is, where the pattern is from. And then there are 4 videos that we go through where we talk about, let's keep it simple, fabric, cutting, piecing, finishing, right? That's what it is. And so there's 4 videos that support that. So you could go back right now and have your own little sew along if you choose to with Dayflower. Because I do think the book is incredibly valuable. Again, we've got 3 quilts here in the store, and I actually have a 4th one on loan from a friend, and I should have grabbed that one before we came on. But again, it's a valuable book. Sunday Best Quilts is a valuable book and can offer you a big opportunity to use up a lot of scraps. So that is very exciting that way. Okay, so our deadline for uploading the projects that were done was last week, the 13th. I will now. There's no prize for this, Tasha, but Tasha was our last, and I thought it was kind of funny. We had 13 participants on. And it was the deadline was the 13th, and Tasha gets the award for finishing it and getting it uploaded, because I talked to her earlier in the day and she was still working. So good for you for hanging in there and getting it done before the deadline. I love that. And so I'm going to just read first names: Minerva, Deanna, Cindy, Nancy, Peg, Sue, Lori, Erica, Janine, Donna, Jane, and Tasha. We're all ones to finish the minimum of 20 blocks. So how do we? Cheers! Yay! We should be blowing bazooka horns. Congratulations to each and every one of you for completing this quilt. And I think you all have beautiful quilts. I think you can come back on here for a second, Jamie, because I think you enjoy this part too. Is that when they are in the process of making it, and they're posting their piles of fabric and they're cutting and their blocks and their piecing on our creative community, which is a Facebook group. It is so exciting. It is so exciting for us and for everybody else.
Yeah, because I think you get inspiration from and the different, like there was a couple that were truly scrappy. I know there's a couple people that didn't get it finished by the deadline that were working on it, even upstairs. Doesn't matter. It's the inspiration that you're getting out and doing it.
That's
right. And it is fun. So definitely encourage, anytime you're making something, share it.
Oh, absolutely. And I don't know, you've been gone for a couple of days, but have you been on to see what Leslie,
yes.
who is Leslie is airbrushing cookies, and I'm fascinated by that. Like how you could control an airbrush to do cookies.
Yeah.
Creativity comes in all forms, and that's what we love to see. And so again, it doesn't have to always be creativity in quilting. I know we've got some rug hookers and some wool embroiderers, and I know there's going to be some gardeners out there.
Oh yeah.
And the beautiful flowers and flower gardens that some of you take care of and nurture. I know others would enjoy the beauty of those as well. So
share away.
Share
and inspire.
And if you haven't joined that particular group, you have to answer a couple of questions for us to let you in, because we don't want the robot things, jumping in. We have every once in a while. Today I had to delete a gentleman that was commenting on every post that we know is not real, and dang it, get a real life, people.
Yeah.
We have important things to discuss, like quilting. So for onto the final awards here for our 13.
Victoria, we'll look and see if yours was submitted. If you posted it, we'll talk to you later.
Yes,
about that.
absolutely, Victoria.
Yeah.
You give us, why don't you give us a call after we're done?
Yeah.
If it was not submitted up online and just posted on the website, on the creative community, we wouldn't have, but we can talk to you later. So be sure to give us a call. But that is something, we always do want you to upload the photos. And so we try to always encourage you as to where to go and stuff. So we'll talk with Victoria about that, because we know she made it.
Yeah.
I saw it too. Now that she's saying it, she brought it in. It was beautiful.
Okay. So we'll take care of that. And we'll explain that even more further with our next So Long.
Absolutely. So I want to say that all of you are winners, and you are all going to get a special coupon code to receive 25% off an order of $100 or more yet this month. And so congratulations. Woohoo! Love it. Yeah, lots of, hands. And I will be emailing you all hopefully by the end of the business day today. That's my goal, is that it is in your inbox there. I've got to run one quick errand after we get done here, but then I will be back and getting you all emailed. So congratulations to all of you for getting all of that done. So are you ready for another sew along? Because we've got more fun things coming. And we uploaded a brand new project, and there should be we uploaded a brand new free project called Shout It Out. Now, we used it many years ago, probably 5 years ago, 6 years ago, but for some reason it has not been on our website recently. So Jamie just put up the link. Now remember, it looks like it's $1 because the system doesn't like zeros. But if you go to our website and start downloading Shout It Out immediately, you will be able to download it and have it in your inbox and can start working on it. So I think it is a fun quilt. It finishes off at 63 by 85 and a half inches. And just to kind of give you an idea right now, it says assorted prints of 2 3/4 yards. So again, 3 yards of color.
Okay.
3 yards of color, or a layer cake.
Okay, I was just going to ask because it's done in that black and white.
Yes.
So give lots of different opportunities.
Oh my gosh. Oh, the opportunities are endless.
How much it was,
yeah. And then they're calling it the background or solid white. For that is 2 1/8 yards. And then there's an inner border and binding and that kind of thing. So, again, great opportunity to use scraps.
Absolutely.
We do have one option, photographed. So when you download it and you go to this page, you're going to see our store sample that we had several years ago that used some solid colors and a kind of a polka dot background. And so that will be something that you are going to want to get. Now, how is this going to work? And let me, I can't remember my notes. I have to have my notes. But again, I think it's going to be interesting. And I'm sure when we get into the cutting, I can only imagine that you're going to find ways to use stripology to cut that. But here, let me give you the 4 deadline or the 4 dates for videos, okay? And then I've got something special for you on the first one. So our videos, we're going to keep with the Thursdays because Thursdays are working well for us on this. So for the 4 Thursdays in May 4th, 11th, 18th, and 25th are going to be the 4 weeks that we do video. And as usual, we're going to be talking about fabric, cutting, piecing, and finishing. Because every quilt, we say this all the time, has opportunities, doesn't it?
How many of you are already thinking when you just see this of different ideas?
Oh,
or going to your scraps? I can't wait to see.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. The deadline will be June 2nd to upload, and then our awards will be June 6th. And so again, but I kind of expect this one to have
Yeah.
a lot of people. One of the things that Sarah J. Maxwell, who is the designer, she designed it so that there are very few pieces to seam and makes it very easy. The Stripology ruler is going to be awesome. So here's the special treat I've got for you. On May 4th at 5 o'clock, Sarah Maxwell, the designer of the project, and I will be going live in a creative conversation all centered around the Shout It Out quilt. And I thought that would be super fun because we can be super fun, can't we?
We can be.
Okay, super fun. It's the funnest. Wait a minute, no, that's not a word. Can't say that.
It's a creative word.
It's a creative word. Once again, help us with our words. But Sarah and I have been friends for years, and when I was going through trying to figure out what that next project, the next sew along was going to be, and I saw her name come up in this project, I'm like, perfect opportunity for you to get to know Sarah well. We carry some of her fabric in the store. We've even got some in right now. I don't think you can, you can see a hint of it on the wall behind the ladder, just a hint back there. That is Carousel. So I know we'll talk about that as well. But she has owned a quilt shop for years, has been designing fabric and patterns. So I know on May 4th at 5 o'clock, it will be an eventful official kickoff for our sew along. But as always, you can start sewing right now, right? We'll have to get the link up. There is no link on the page. Now, I tried to keep it a little simpler this time and not put spaces between words because then we get all these extra hyphens. So the web page is henandchicksstudio.com/shoutitout, no spaces in between, okay? So that's where all the videos are going to live. That's where the link is for uploading. That's where that will live. All the deadlines are on there. So, and at some point when we start getting people's projects in, then we, of course, will also put the finished projects there. Mm-hmm. And all of the finished projects for Dayflower are on the Sunday Best Sew Along page as well. And so, it's just fun to be able to see all of those things.
And let's mention, Heidi, if you're wondering if you can't remember what it's called, on the Patterns tab on henandchicksstudio.com, if you just go to that Patterns tab, underneath there, you'll find...
Yep.
We'll get it all.
Yep. And actually, if you go to download this, there's also a link to that page in the instruction, in the pattern description. So you have got multiple places where you can go to find it. So that will be awesome. And again, no specifications at the moment as to how fast you can have it. You could probably all have it done by May 4th. It's that fast of a project. But if you want to kind of sew along with us, May 4th, we're going to be talking to Sarah. Then on the 11th, we'll do cutting. On the 18th, piecing, and on the 25th, we'll be talking about finishing the quilt. So all sorts of days where we can be talking about the different elements that go along. And this morning I was actually pulling fabric out of my stash going, oh, I could use this, I could use that. And there might not be a surprise to tell you that I found some cherry fabric that I thought would look really good that would not be wintry cherry fabric. Oh my gosh, I got cherry fabric coming out the ears. All right. Oh my gosh, so many good things. Now, let's end because I kind of like this Shout It Out theme, right? I think the Shout It Out, I thought about, wonder what and I think we'll have to ask Sarah why she called it that, right? Why did we call it Shout It Out? When I hear that, the first thing that came to my mind was, shout it out, what do we like best about quilting? So in the comments below, tell us right now, what is the best thing you like about quilting? It might be a technique. It might be a designer. It might be a color. It might be a person. It might be your friends. It could be anything. But tell us, shout it out, why you like quilting. All right? Well, until tomorrow morning. Now remember, tomorrow morning is Wednesday. So we go live at 9 o'clock. And we're going to have some fun stuff for you then. And we'll talk a little bit more about the Shout It Out Sew Along as well. Remind everybody. But until the next time, be creative.